We've got lucky to have Yashwant Sinha, former Finance Minister, very senior leader. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. You've already been very critical of this budget. But come on, I mean, we're in a slowdown, we're in a crisis. This is a huge stimulus. Isn't that exactly what you want in a budget, to stimulate the economy?
I think he has missed a golden opportunity to make this into a real growth and revival budget. You know, the economic survey had given some indication of the fact that this will be a famous reform-oriented budget. Unfortunately, it is nothing of that kind. And that's where the disappointment lies, because as far as economic reforms are concerned, this budget has done nothing or very little by way of reforms. All the important decisions, whether it is fiscal deficit, it's the hydrocarbon sector, it is the energy sector generally, all these have just been postponed. So people are disappointed because they expected the finance minister to grapple with these issues in his budget speech. But he has not. Disinvestment. Where is 25,000 crore from disinvestment?
Okay, let's just take a look at one thing which was done, and it's of course a scheme that many people feel was responsible for the Congress being able to defeat your party in the last election, the NREGA. Look at the way the allocation for that was hiked to 144%. Do you think that at least is a good step? It could be something that helps a lot of poor?
You know, the finance minister has praised the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. This was a scheme which we started in the year 2000. I mentioned it in my budget speech in that year. And then we took time to put in place all the necessary conditions for the proper utilization of funds. And I was very happy when I found the finance minister saying that it's one of the most successful schemes. Now, I expect the government to follow the same pattern as far as NREGS is concerned, where my ground experience, Pranay, will show that money is just going down the drain, literally going down the drain, because the money is not being properly spent. It is neither fulfilling the first criteria or criterion of providing employment fully to the people, nor is it fulfilling the criterion of creating assets in the rural areas. So more commitment, financial commitment here, will only lead to more misuse of funds.
Right. It's like, you know, it is easy obviously to criticize when you're not actually doing the budget yourself, but you were a finance minister. If you were the finance minister today, there's a global crisis, the worst in almost 100 years. India is going through a terrible slowdown, you're not getting any revenues. What would you have done?
No, I would have given a huge dose of economic reforms. You know, I would have followed what the economic survey has prescribed, and I would have certainly proceeded with a whole slew of reforms which have been listed there for the various sectors. And you know, I would not have ended up losing on both sides. Namely, your fiscal deficit has gone up, and you are not spending money on some things which are useful and which would have provided a fillip to the economy.
All right, Yashwant Sinha, thank you so much for
joining.